Hey everyone, what's going on? Christmas is coming, which means Boxing Day is coming too. A lot of people will be getting smart home stuff like Google Home and Amazon Echo, and want to be setting up things like smart LED strips throughout their house. I've been wanting to add a LED strip around the TV in my basement for a little while, so I thought I'd pick up a couple different brands and kind of do a quick review on them to kind of compare the brightness and how easy the app is to use and everything like that. So I picked up 3 different brands off of Amazon that I figured I could kind of review and show the different brightness, the different features, all around the similar price points. So these are all around $30 Canadian. I'll leave links to them in the description down below that you can check them out. So one of the brands that I got is the LE, so they call it Lighting Ever Lamp UX. This is LED strips. All of these are Wi-Fi compatible. Since I have Google Home stuff all throughout my house, I want to be able to control it with that. As well, they have IR remotes, which I do have Harmony hubs that I'm going to try and hook this up to as well, so that I don't have to do it that way. If I turn the TV on or something, it just automatically can turn it on that way. A lot of the TV ones that you see on Amazon will be a lot smaller in size. They're usually about like 6 feet long. I find I've got a 60-inch TV down here, 55-inch TV upstairs. 6 feet is not long enough to go all the way around, so they say you do like 3 sides, like the left, the top, and the right kind of thing, which to me, I think you're wasting. Like having at the bottom, I think would look really nice too. So I got all of these ones are a lot longer than I really need, so they're like this one here is 5 meters, as you can see. You can then just cut it to the length you need. So I'm gonna hook it up, put it around the TV, make sure I've got the right length, and then just cut off the extra so that I can cover the entire TV. So yeah, so we got the Lighting Ever as one of them. We've got the Govee as the second brand. These ones actually, I do have some other Govee LED strips, so I'm pretty familiar with these ones. So I don't think I'll have any issues with it, but I'm curious to see how they stack up against the other brands. I got these ones, which is a Teckin brand, SL02 Smart Light Strip. So again, all of them Wi-Fi, all of them able to work with Google Home and Amazon Echo. Let's open them up, see what they look like. I'm sure they all come with probably the same stuff, and then I'll plug them in, take a look at the brightness and stuff, and then see what they look like behind the TV. All of them will have a 3M sticky stuff on the back of it, and that's kind of how they generally say to stick it to the back of a TV. You just peel off the tape, stick it on the back. I might want to be changing these or doing anything like that. I found actually online on Amazon as well, I'll leave a link to these as well. They're actually just really tiny little LED strip clips that you can do. So you'd actually stick these to the back of the TV, and then you can just kind of slot the strips into it, so that way you can take them in and out, and that way you're not going to be stuck to something. So again, you're not actually sticking it to the TV itself. So hopefully this will work out, and I'll let you know as well. All right, so let's open the LE one first. We've got the little manual buttons that we can push to turn on and change modes. It's got its little proprietary connections that it can plug into the LED lights. We've got our power source right there. We've got our LED strips themselves right there, so you can take a look. A little manual in here. As well, then we've got an IR remote that lets you change colors, change the patterns, everything like that, and it comes with a battery in there. So pretty standard. So the power plugs into the remote itself, like that at the bottom. Then that'll plug into the actual lights. So you are powering it through a power adapter here for these ones. All right, I'm gonna open the Govee ones next. We've got the manuals and documentation and stuff. We've got the LED strips themselves right there. And then underneath, so these ones actually come with some little mounting pieces. Now these are meant to, they do have some tape on there. They're meant to be screwed into like a wall or something like that, or glued or stuck to it. The only problem with these is that it's only a clip one way, so essentially you're supposed to have the strip and then put it on. There's not a lot of flex in it, and there's only a few of them, so that's why I bought the clips myself. So like the other one, we've got our manual button remote. This one, you plug the power into there, and then the LED strips into here. And we've got the power brick itself right there. Okay, and last but not least, we've got the Teckin ones, which come in the biggest box for some reason. And let's take a look. So we've got the roll of LED, big roll here. Again, comes with like a little manual. We've got another little remote with, again, a very similar, we've got the power adapter. This one looks a lot more like the Govee one, where you've got the manual button, stick your power in there. This is like an IR sensor, and then your LED lights into there. Oh, cool. So this one looks like it comes with some kind of like extension pieces that you can hook up onto the LEDs. So I guess if you were cutting it like we're gonna be, and then you want to again do kind of like a bend or something like that, I'll take a look. Might use this, might not. All right, let's plug them in and see how they all look. As you can see, I unrolled each LED strip and plugged them in just so we can get a good comparison of how they all look side by side. This also let me hook up the app to each one so I could see how easy they were to control. We've got the Teckin LED strips on the right that I'm showing here. Right now they're all set on their white color just to compare. These are nice and bright, the LEDs are a good size and not spaced too far apart. Then we've got the Govee LED strip in the middle. It doesn't look quite as white or as bright as the Teckin, but it's still not bad. Last, on the left, we've got the LE brand LED strip. It looks almost identical to the Govee strip in both construction and lighting. The Teckin LED strip has a gel coating over top the LEDs and circuitry, which both the LE and the Govee do not. This makes it feel almost more finished or more professional than the other two. Feels like it would be more durable for sure. The LEDs on the Teckin are also square, where the Govee and LE ones are smaller and round. Here we've got the LE and Govee together. Again, they look very similar, and now with all three together, you can really tell the Teckin looks brighter and the LEDs are larger. I'm not sure if that gel coating helps make it brighter as well. Okay, now that we've seen what they look like next to each other, let's see what they look like behind the TV. First up, this is the LE brand. Again, I've used these really nice little clips. I put about 6 at the top of the TV, 3 on each side, and 5 at the bottom. Then the strip was able to just rest inside the clips without having to remove the sticky tape on them at all. This is my 60-inch TV down here. I haven't cut the strip, so you'll see it dangling down just for now. Looks like it's doing a pretty good job illuminating behind the TV, and all colors seem to work pretty well. Next up, let's compare the Govee lights. From seeing their construction and them side by side, these look very similar to the LE ones. The only disadvantage with these lights in my setup is that they don't have the IR sensor, so my Harmony remote won't be able to turn them on or off. Overall, the colors look really nice. It does almost seem a little brighter than the LE lights, but overall they're still really good and I really do like the look. Last up, we've got the Teckin ones. The colors on this are really nice and everything seems really bright, which is expected. The app has some pre-built scenes that change colors and might be nice in a party setting, but would be way too distracting when watching TV. This LED seems to have the best light distribution along the wall, and I could further tidy it up by adding more clips to keep the LED strip as close to the back of the TV as possible. All things considered, I really like all 3 LED strips. They were all really easy to hook up in the apps. The Govee LED strip actually has its own app that I was able to download and install, while both the LE and the Teckin strips use the Smart Life app. They all have scenes for different moods and colors and can be changed pretty easily on the fly. The Teckin seems to be the most responsive and actually fades between the colors as you change them, while the Govee and the LE only change color when you stop selecting a new one. I got the LE lights for $32.99 Canadian for 5 meters. The Teckin were $35.99, but actually had a $9 off coupon, bringing their price down to $26.99. And the Govee were the most expensive at $34.99. For the price, brightness, features, and overall quality, I definitely think the Teckin are the best purchase out of the lot, although all three do work really well. The Teckin just have that extra feeling of a really good build quality from the gel coating, as well as I like the larger square LEDs. If you're interested in picking up any of these LED strips, I've got links to all three in the description down below, as well as the clips that I use to hang these on the TV. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as it really helps the channel out. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, happy gaming.